Thank you, Michael. I did want to announce that Bishop Yanta has got some CDs on where he actually says the rosary, and he has copies available. Darlene, I think over at that table, we have the copies of the rosary. So those of you who want it, it's for free. Bishop Yanta is making them available to those that are sitting here with us. Our next speaker is Mr. Joseph Appelt. He is a candidate for the office of Judge of the 57th District of Court. He has run a private law practice for over 18 years. The majority of his cases focus on family law matters. He has handled more than 1,500 family law cases in his career. He has married and has one son. Would you please welcome the best candidate for the Judge of the 57th District Court, Joseph Appelt.
How are y'all doing? I am Joseph Appelt, and I am running for Judge of the 57th District Court. First thing I want to do is thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all for staying, listening to these great speakers, the pastor, Bishop Yanta, all the people that have preceded me. You may be wondering what a guy running for judge, or even a judge themselves, would have to say at a political rally where you're standing up for your religious freedoms. Because as candidates for a court for judge, or as a judge, we are not allowed to take an official position on certain issues, certain political issues, because to do so might disqualify us from hearing those very important cases. And I thought about that, and knowing what I cannot say, I have decided to focus on what I can tell you. I can tell you about me, where I've come from, and how I was raised, because that is important, because that will give you some insight as to what makes me as a person tick and what's driven me my life. I can tell you I am a product of a traditional family of 5. Mother, father, 2 sisters, and myself. I can tell you I'm a military brat, and I say that affectionately. My father served 22 and a half years in the United States Navy as an enlisted man before retiring here in San Antonio in 1974. Traveling around the world was very, very informative, educational, because I got to meet a lot of different people, live in some cool places like Adak, Alaska, Edsall, Scotland, visit and live in different cultures. My parents were Catholic, born and raised. I can tell you that they have raised their 3 children as Catholics, including myself. Whenever possible, when our duty stations allowed, they made sure that the schools we went to reinforced the wholesome, conservative, Catholic values that they were teaching us at school, and that meant we went to Catholic schools. Upon arriving here in '74, we promptly became parishioners of St. Luke's Catholic Church over off of Callahan in Manitou. We were enrolled at St. Luke's Catholic School, where I graduated 8th grade and proceeded to Antonian. I can tell you that I am married to my beautiful wife sitting here in the front row, Gladys. We are married in the church. We are raising our adorable son, Nick, in the church. He, too, attends St. Luke's Catholic School right now. I can tell you that throughout my life, throughout my career, I have been focusing on everything my parents taught me and raised me to believe. Good education, hard work actually produces results and is worthwhile. You can achieve anything you want, provided you work hard enough, believe and trust and have faith. And that you should always be the best, always try to do the best you can no matter what you're doing. I have taken this into my law practice. As you heard in the introduction, I've been practicing over 18 years. This is actually my 19th year. Most of my cases do involve families, family law, over 1,500 of them. And I'm running for this court, the 57th District Court, which is a civil court that serves all of Bexar County, because I don't feel that the current judge is serving you properly. I think the performance level is nowhere near it needs to be, and I'm supported in this by a judicial poll which is completed each year by the attorneys here in Bexar County that practice in these courts. Each year my opponent has been on the bench. Since January of 2009, she has been voted the worst judge in Bexar County. Y'all deserve better. I want to make that better using my experience. Now you may also be wondering, how do courts affect us if we don't have family law problems or if we don't have contract issues or injury cases? Think about it. We are here because we're standing up and defending our religious freedoms. These are guaranteed to us in the Constitution of the United States. Those are not our only constitutional rights and freedoms that are under attack, are they? Where do these issues end up? In the courts. Where did the redistricting mess end up and is still being fought? In the courts. Where did the voter ID law end up? In the courts. Arizona's immigration law? In the courts. Obamacare? In the courts. The courts are your frontline defense of the Constitution and of your religious freedoms rights under the Constitution. I, as your judge, will be your frontline defender of the Constitution, deciding cases as the Constitution is written, deciding cases based on Texas law and the hundreds of years of case law that have come before us. I do ask for your vote. I thank the Texas Leadership Coalition and the Pastors PAC for endorsing me. It means a tremendous amount to know that they are behind me, that y'all are behind me, and your prayers are behind me. I ask for your vote, and together we will defend the Constitution, defend the constitutional rights that we have been given us by our Creator, the inalienable rights. I am Joseph Appelt, and I'm running for judge of the 57th District Court. Thank you very much.